Right, I thought I'd do a long-term update on my Diana 340 N-Tec. I've had this a good while now. When I first got it, I was shooting it almost exclusively with open sights. Since then, it's had a couple of telescopic sights on it, and I'm now using this this T-Eagle sight, which is a very budget end scope, 3 to 9 by 40. Parallax on the front, and to be fair, it's quite a good scope actually. Now, I was a bit worried when I put this scope on because it's a fairly inexpensive scope, and I know it says that it's suitable for rim and centre fires, but there's always that question when you buy reasonably inexpensive scopes, how they're going to cope with the recoil. And this being a gas ram air rifle, they do have a fairly snappy recoil. It's not to say that this one's particularly bad, but it has definitely got a snap to it, compared to a normal Springer. They've got an odd recoil. It's not as destructive to scopes as a normal Springer, because a Springer has sort of backwards and forwards and a lot of vibration. These, it's a bit more snappy and very quick lock time on this rifle as well. And I've got to say that so far, and it's been on there for a while now, a couple of months, it's had a fair bit of shooting done with it as well, this rifle. It's coped very well, very well. It's got an arrestor pin in the mounts, which fits nicely into the holes that are on the raised sight rail of the N-Tec. So yeah, it's holding up okay for a cheap scope. It's holding up okay on a gas ram, because gas rams do have a bit of a name for themselves for being destroyers of scopes. But so far this thing's doing okay on this rifle. And it's a fairly substantial gas ram as well, the N-Tec. It's quite heavy, so it's not as bad as some. Overall, am I pleased with this rifle after the length of time I've had? Yeah, definitely. It's very accurate. I mean, I can get good results with it. I think some of that's due to the fact that because it's got such a really fast lock time, it maybe isn't quite as hold sensitive as your average Springer air rifle. I certainly find it easier to shoot, or rather not easier to shoot, well yeah, easier to shoot than the TX200, though the TX200 is more accurate. But with that, you have to get the right hold on it to get the accuracy out of it. This is a bit more forgiving, but intrinsically not as accurate as that rifle. But this is still a very accurate rifle, beautifully made. Really nice finish on it, lovely bluing and everything to it, traditional bluing. It's really nice. I like the safety catch, like where that's put, dead handy, and I'm a big fan of this stock. The stock's one of the outstanding features really, this rifle. It's long, so it goes almost to the end of the action, hides a fair bit of it. It's got a nice sort of palm swell bit here, checkered. Checkering's very good, quite crisp. Lovely pistol grip. Nice palm swell, not too much, but just enough. And I like this hog's back stock as well. Cheap piece. And this one's got some nice grain on it as well, fair dues. It's a nice looking rifle. Nice looking rifle. So I've got to say, one of my favourite Springers actually, this thing. I do like it a lot. Dead easy to use. Very accurate. Right up there power wise. UK limits about 11.5 foot-pounds this is. So it's right on the limit. Really well made, very well put together. Nice firm positive lock up on the barrel. Nice trigger on it as well. Much nicer trigger on it than the Walther, which I've also got. Much nicer trigger than that, and it throws good groups. for a 2.2 cal. Like I say, I was shooting it with open sights on. You might have seen the videos that I did on the range, where I was shooting knockdown targets with it with open sights. Did well, and obviously sticking a scope on it has improved things again and pushed out the effective range of this rifle now. So nice gun, well made, no problems at all with it, nothing at all. But in all fairness, springers and gas rams tend to be fairly trouble free, really. I mean, there's not really a great deal to go wrong. They're not a particularly complicated design. So really, tend to be a lot more reliable than PCPs, just because of the intrinsic design of them. And one handsome rifle as well. It's a real thing of beauty, this thing. You could quite happily hang it above your fireplace. It really is a lovely rifle. So there you go. Had it a while now. It's coping very well. It's not destroyed my scope. Shoots pretty damn accurate, and no problems at all with it.